To Thursday. I'm Gina, your host of the 5L Gay channel on Thursday. Okay, we're kind of talking about cleaning our bodies. Like, how do you take care of yourself? What products do you use? Whatnot. But at the same time, Raul is talking about babies. So I thought it'd be fun to combine the two subjects. Because when you are pregnant, you have to do some different things to your body. Because your body changes crazy. It's like you become possessed by something, and it's insane what happens to you. It's great though. If I could live in a state of pregnancy, 5 months pregnant, I would, because oh my God, the hormones you get make you feel like you're the most beautiful woman in the world. I have life inside of me. You go crazy right around then. And I ate like a pig, but that's not what we're talking about. When you are pregnant, alright, and this is some advice for Raul, for his baby mama, you get stretch mark problems. And so when I read about stretch marks, I thought, what can I do to prevent that from occurring? So I had a friend of mine, he was living with me too at the time. He worked at an adult sex shop. Okay, I'll just be blunt. But he didn't really work in the sex toy area, but there was a subsection that he worked in that was lotions, gels, soaps, perfumey stuff, potpourri, blah blah blah. So I would take him to work often. Not often, but occasionally I'd take him to his job, and then sometimes I'd just go and hang out with him. There's really nothing quite like a woman hanging out in a porn shop pregnant. It's seriously an interesting experience. Not that I was hanging out in the porn shop, but I was there because I was in the section where he worked. It makes people really uncomfortable with a pregnant woman walking around. It's a little like, they don't want to see that. They're not there for that. And of course that's like thoroughly entertaining for me, because I thought that was really funny to walk through there and watch everybody kind of look at me like, hey, you're not supposed to be here, pregnant lady. And it was like more of a gay shop. It was on Melrose Avenue. I don't know if it's still there. Really cute place. But most of their clientele were gay men, for lack of a better term, because they have different types of toy shops, and most of them are more focused on the straight community. This one was more focused on the gay male community. So yeah, I didn't really fit the bill of a regular customer. But they had this thing. It was like in a little tiny container, really small. And it was for a special thing for your skin when it's changing shape. Like when you're pregnant, there's so much stretching that goes along in your body. It has to become really elastic. Like you want it to stretch easily and not break, because that's what causes the stretch marks, is the breaking of the skin causes a scar from it just stretching out too fast. So I bought this magical lotion. It wasn't even lotion. This magical type of, it was almost like a Carmex type of feeling to it. And I rubbed it obsessively on my big old fat pregnant belly. And it worked. I didn't get one stretch mark. And I am so thankful for that, because I work so hard to not get them. And they're so easy to get when you're pregnant. Ow! My ankle just popped. That hurt. So that I did that. And then the other thing that they recommend, and this one I think Raul should do, because if you really are going to be the baby daddy, this is important. And now you're going to be in the delivery room. So I have to say, women have a problem when giving birth with ripping. Their vagina rips, commonly. You get vaginal tears. And I wish I would have done this, and I didn't do this, but I wish I would have. And what you do is there's special vaginal oils that you can put on your hand, and then you put your hand inside of her vagina and you rub it like this. And you kind of you're supposed to slightly pull it down, like stretch it out a little, and it's supposed to open up the vaginal area, so when you give birth, you don't tear. I did not use that. I have known people that have used it, and it worked. When I delivered, I was a hot mess down there. I asked for a mirror to watch the delivery, which you can do. Like, tell your friend that if she wants to see the baby come out, you have to request for a mirror, and they'll angle it so you can see yourself deliver, if that's something she would want. I would recommend it because it's a beautiful thing to see. And when I delivered, I ripped, but my hole was like this big because I ripped my anus. And that was not a pretty sight. I had like over 30 stitches, and I still have a scar. My perineum got torn really bad, and that's the space between the vagina and the anus. So I have like scars where my vagina was. I don't have it no more. Not that this is really a beauty. Not that this is a very much of a beauty hint. I don't even know if I'm in the camera. Whatever. Not that this is much of a beauty hint, but I will warn you, Raoul, that it is common for women to have a bowel movement while giving birth. They will put a big, it wasn't brown, it was blue, this big trash can underneath her butt, right? And so when you give birth, you don't have, like placenta juice all over the floors, because it's a very wet process, very, very wet process. So when she's pushing, she could caca. A caca could come out. It could follow. After I gave birth and the doctor told me how much I ripped, I just thought, oh my God, I know I shit. I know I took a poop. Oh my God. And so I asked her, did I go poo-poo? And she said no. But it was rare, because of how much I ripped, I should have gotten poo-poo. But I didn't. Maybe I had gone earlier. So just be aware, if she goes poo-poo, don't be shocked. It's not an uncommon thing to have happen. And remember that the placenta is so much fun to deliver. Actually, the placenta was the worst part, but I don't think it's that way for all women, but mine was still attached to my uterus. And so literally she was taking the cord and like she had her foot up on the so gross on the thing, and she was like trying to yank my placenta out because it was stuck. Now that hurt. I felt that. But just so you know, when the baby drops into her vagina, all the pain sensation is cut off because there's a nerve down there that makes it so as the baby's coming out, you no longer feel it. It's completely, like, I didn't feel anything. And I didn't have any medication. I had no pain medication. You feel it up until the baby crowns. And then after that, it's easy breezy. You just gotta push it out. And that part's kind of fun. It's really, really exciting. Like, the actual physical act of having a baby come out of your body is awesome. It's truly awesome. Like, it's probably one of the most awesome experiences. It's not just like, oh, I get to meet my child, which of course, that's a given, that's fun, and amazing, and really, you can't really describe it. But the actual act of pushing out a child is so cool. It like satisfies this animalistic part of yourself. Like it's very, and you feel like you're some animal in the forest growling and hissing and, okay, I didn't hiss. Well, I might have. I don't really remember. But I am so excited for you to be in the delivery room. It's truly going to be, it's going to be an experience of a lifetime. But, just beware. She could make cacas. There could be farting with it. And there'll be a lot of blood and a lot of chunks, like a lot of pieces come out. Now, I'm probably making it not very appealing, and and the baby comes out super gooey. Like it's just got stuff all over it. But it's really cool. It's very, very cool, and it's an experience that everybody should have at least once in their life. Yeah. I'm so excited for you! So get out that oil and start rubbing her vagina tonight, Raul. I can't wait to hear about it. Tell me next week how the vaginal rubbing went.